Erica Clark-Heinrich, Chief Engineer for Fleetguard Fit. Vehicle and equipment maintenance has changed a great deal over the years. And in today's hyper-competitive environment, a variety of maintenance tactics are being used to increase productivity and cut operational costs. One way equipment operators are saving money is by extending service intervals on engine consumables like filters. But how do you know how long you can extend filters without sacrificing engine protection or filtration performance? Contrary to common practice, visual inspection is not a good indicator for determining the remaining life of an air filter. That's because air filters actually perform at a higher level toward the end of their service life compared to when they're first installed. Captured dust builds up a layer of dust cake that works to remove finer and finer dust particles while still allowing air to pass through the filter. In other words, a dirty air filter may be performing well and have a lot of life left. This efficiency builds until the filter becomes too plugged to allow the required amount of airflow to the engine. Once this happens, the air filter has reached what we call terminal restriction and should be changed as soon as possible. So if visual inspection can't tell you when to change the air filters, what can? Generally speaking, fleets and equipment operators have relied on conventional manual restriction gauges to determine remaining air filter life, measured in inches of restriction. These gauges, however, have limitations. Because they are under hood, they can be hard to read, plus they provide inaccurate restriction readings due to their spring-loaded mechanical design. But using our science to technology approach to product design, Cummins Filtration has created a brand new solution under the Fleetguard Fit product family, the Fleetguard LED Air Restriction Indicator part number SK15959. The indicator threads right onto a port on the engine's air cleaner housing and provides operators and service technicians with a quick, easy-to-see visual indication of the remaining filter life through an LED light on the sensor. The sensor measures airflow restriction across the air filter, and the LED changes colors based on the filter's level of restriction, which determines its remaining life. A clean or low level of restriction will display a green light, but over time, as the filter loads with contaminant, the green will change to an amber yellow color. Eventually, when the filter is loaded with dust and nearing terminal restriction, the color will turn red, signaling it's time to change your filter. An overused air filter supplies less air to the engine and can lead to a substantial drop in fuel economy and higher exhaust temperatures. It's kind of like walking around with a stuffy nose. The Fleetguard LED Air Restriction Indicator is not only easier to read, but it's also more accurate than conventional mechanical gauges, which can be prematurely sprung due to temporary spikes in airflow restriction or temperature. These spikes can be caused by vehicle acceleration when the engine suddenly requires an increase in airflow, but with some of the mechanical gauges, once the spring has moved, it must be manually reset. If not, the operator or technician has no way of knowing if the filter is actually restricted. With the Fleetguard Fit LED Air Restriction Indicator, the signal is both digital and visual. It's designed to monitor temporary spikes so that the color only changes under sustained increases in airflow restriction. Customers and equipment manufacturers expect real-time information from the products they use to help them make their equipment easier to maintain and operate. The LED Air Restriction Indicator is just one example of how Cummins Filtration is leading the way with Fleetguard Fit. For more information about Fleetguard Fit and the LED Air Restriction Indicator, visit cumminsfiltration.com today.